A pitcher could hold 1/2 of a gallon of water. If Sam fills up 8 pitchers, how much water would he have? Well, remember, we want to start off with our 4 boxes. Here's our 4 boxes. We're going to ask ourselves, what is the question asking? We're going to ask ourselves, what information are we going to use? We're going to ask ourselves, how are we going to plan? What kind of a plan are we going to come up with? And then we're going to take a minute to solve the problem. So let's start off with this. What is the question asking? I've got to search my problem for the question mark. Aha, here it is. How much water would he have? Okay, so we're looking for how much water he's going to have. Now, the question is, what information are we going to use? Remember, we're going to go through and look for the numbers in our word problem, but we're not just going to write down the numbers. We're going to write down the numbers with the information that they belong to. So this says 1/2 of a gallon of water. So I'm going to write all that information down. 1/2 of a gallon. And this is 8 pitchers. Okay, so what is the question asking? How much water will he have? Now, my plan is I'm going to take a minute to actually picture this question. It says a pitcher could hold 1/2 of a gallon of water. So I've got 1 pitcher here. There's my simple pitcher. Now, and it is 1/2 a gallon. But this says Sam fills 8 pitchers. Oh boy, time for me to get busy. Okay, here we go. 2, these are thin and tall pitchers. 3, 4, 5, these are shorter pitchers. 6, 7, 8. And each one of them we know is 1/2 a gallon. There we go. So this is my plan. I am picturing or visualizing this problem. So I have 8 pitchers. They all have 1/2 a gallon in them. Now, let's go back to the question. What's the question asking? How much water will he have? So I think that they're asking, how much water will he have in all or total? And I know when they're asking for a total, I either add or multiply. And again, I could do both. One or the other, actually. You don't want to do both. That would be doing too much work 2 times. So we could do one or the other. We could add. We could do 1/2 plus 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 1/2. Woo, that's a lot. Or we could do our shortcut, which is multiply. We could take 1/2 of a pitcher. We could take 1/2 of a gallon and multiply it times the amount of pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go, 1/2 times 8. Let's do that. It looks nice and simple, doesn't it? Before I multiply, I know when I multiply times a whole number, I have to make my whole number into a fraction. So let me do that. Now, I'm going to multiply right on through. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. So I have 8 halves. Now, remember back over here when we found out that we would need 10/8 boxes? Well, that didn't make much sense, right? We had to turn it into a mixed number. Well, here our answer is, he's asking how much water will he have? Well, we would have 8 gallons of water. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make too much sense. So listen, we're going to have to take this number and we're going to have to turn it into a mixed number so that we can get a real answer. So I'm going to go back over here to my scrap paper and I'm going to write 8 down on here. So I've got 8. And remember, my division symbol, my fraction bar is also a division symbol. So I'm going to divide 8 by 2. Now let me grab my multiplication grid. How many times can 2 go into 8 without going over? Let me start my 2 column. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I could get pretty far down. All right, how many times can 2 go into 8? It can go into 8 4 times. So I'm going to write that up top. Now let's see if I have any leftovers. I know 2 times 4 is 8. Do I have any leftovers? No, no leftovers. So 8 halves is actually equal to 4. So let's go back here to my word problem. We made this into a mixed number. It actually doesn't need to be a mixed number. It's simply a whole number. And this is my answer. The question is, how much water will he have? And the answer is, he would have 4 gallons of water. Pretty cool, huh? That was a nice, simple one, and you did it very well. Keep up the good